What's up, folks, and welcome back to Dyce Reacts World. We are staying in Poland tonight. What a great view I've already seen in the video. We are going to be checking out top 10 places to visit in Poland. Yes, it's the 4K travel guide. Very much excited to check this one out. We ain't going to waste no more time. Just going to get right into it, folks. We're going to get right into it. Oh yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan and I want to show you some of my favorite places in the enchanting country of Poland. So here is my Polish top 10.
Okay. Let's go.
Poland is home to some of the world's most stunning landscapes. From the medieval old town of Gdansk to the towering Tatra Mountains, Poland has so much to offer. Let's start this video off at the impressive city of Krakow. Now this may be one of my favorite cities in all of Poland. Located in the southern part of the country, Krakow was founded all the way back in the 7th century, so you best believe it's full of beautiful history and architecture. Now one of the most impressive sites is the Wawel Royal Castle. It was built during the 14th century and was the first UNESCO World Heritage Site. It features architectural styles from the medieval, Renaissance, and Baroque periods. Now from the castle, you can make the short 10-minute walk to the main square. This dates all the way back to the 13th century and was the largest medieval town squares in all of Europe, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it's just fascinating to think of all the history that took place here. Now in the corner of the square is the St. Mary's Basilica, which was built back in the 14th century, and it's a perfect example of Polish Gothic architecture. Another interesting feature of Krakow is the Kosciuszko Mound. It's an artificial hill that was modeled after other prehistoric mounds in the city. It was built in 1823 to commemorate the national hero named Tadeusz Kosciuszko. The mound is 112 feet high, and there's a serpentine path that takes you to the top to enjoy the panoramic views of Krakow and the Vistula River. Krakow is just such an amazing city, and I hope y'all can visit. After Krakow, we're going to head to the Tatra Mountains. Now located about a 2 hours drive from Krakow, the Tatras are a stunning mountain range that straddles the Polish and Slovakian border. Now the best town to access the Tatras is Zakopane, now located right at the base of the mountains. Zakopane is a perfect starting place for your mountain adventures. During the winter time, Zakopane is an ideal place to go skiing, and in the summer months, it's a prime place to start your hike into the mountains. One of the most impressive spots in the Tatras is the Morskie Oko Lake. You can make the 16-kilometer round-trip trek to the scenic lake. I mean, just such a phenomenal view up there. An interesting fact is that the Tatras are the smallest alpine mountain range in all of Europe, and they're home to plenty of wildlife such as the Eurasian brown bear. I just love how the Tatras look. They have such a unique and jagged look to them, and I just want to go hiking them this summer. Now if you're into World War II history, you can visit the Memorial of Auschwitz concentration camps. This is located about an hour's drive from Krakow. Now Auschwitz is infamously known to be one of the most horrific Nazi concentration camps. Over 1.1 million people died here. One of my favorite books I've ever read is called The Auschwitz Escape, and it tells the story of how two prisoners made their daring escape from this concentration camp.
Wow, I'm seeing a lot of history there. Like just the architecture holds so much history. I can't even imagine. And he named a book that was written by two prisoners who escaped. I'm certainly gonna get this one. Yes, this just the way I'm seeing this, the camps, and you know the way that he's telling the story. It's captivating, and I love things that have a lot of mystery, gothic nature, and I love reading. I love poetry, and I just love to gather information, and I love silence as well. So reading is almost like want to be somewhere that's quiet and read. So it's almost like you embracing the silence as you go, taking in the information. It's such a wonderful thing to do when you just read, especially in silence, you know. And certainly I'm going to check this out. I'm going to jot that down. I'm going to have to check out this book.
concentration camp. Now after, we're going to head to the northern part of Poland to visit Sopot. Now located right on the Baltic Sea, Sopot was established in the 8th century and grew as a commercial trading post and fishing village. Over the centuries, Sopot faced adversity as it was abandoned, burned, and then rebuilt, but in the early 19th century, Sopot started to gain popularity thanks to its spa and public baths, and it quickly became a holiday resort town. Today, Sopot is a thriving tourist attraction, where there you can take a walk on Europe's longest wooden pier, or you can enjoy the swans and endless sandy coastline. Now I understand why it's called the Polish Riviera. Now after Sopot, we're going to head over to neighboring Gdansk. Located just a 15 minutes drive from Sopot, Gdansk is one of Poland's oldest cities with a fascinating history with periods of Polish, Prussian, and German rule. The earliest mention of Gdansk was in the year 997 AD, and during the Middle Ages, Gdansk grew as an important seaport and shipbuilding town. It rose to be one of the wealthiest and largest cities in Poland until Warsaw's rapid.
The layout, they kind of looks like Venice. Yes, just like the water layout. Yeah, someone said this was Venice. I would believe them just because of the way it's laid out, like in terms of the water. Yes. Take it back a bit.
Cities in Poland until Warsaw's rapid growth in the 18th century. Today, Gdansk is one of Poland's most beautiful cities. I mean, I just can't believe it's old town. It's full of these perfectly placed houses that seem to go on forever.
Yeah.
Another really cool feature that I like about
Really
Gdansk
organized.
is how the canal runs right along the old town. It's often full of ships, and it gives the city such a fun vibe. While you're there, you can just explore the streets of Old Town or take a walk along the canal. I mean, just such an incredible city. Now just an hour's drive from Gdansk is the Malbork Castle. I mean, this is the largest castle in the world by land area, which is pretty crazy. It was built in the 13th century by the Teutonic Knights, who were German Catholic crusaders. And as the number of the knights grew, so did the castle, which encloses an area of 52 acres. I mean, it's just crazy to think that people were able to build such buildings back then. More than half of Malbork Castle was destroyed during World War II, but thankfully it was rebuilt to its former glory. Now after Malbork, we're going to head over to the Mazurian Lake District. Located in northeastern Poland on the border of Kaliningrad, this lake district is one of the most visited lake districts in all of Central Europe, and it's home to over 2,000 lakes. It's a perfect place to go sailing, fishing, or just swim in the lake. I mean, I just can't think of a better place to go on a hot summer day. Now aside from the lakes, the area is full of beautiful forest, perfect for hiking and exploring. The Masurian Lake District is definitely a hidden gem that deserves a visit. Another scenic place for nature lovers is the Pieniny National Park. Now located in both southern Poland and northern Slovakia, Pieniny is one of the oldest and smallest national parks in all of Poland. I mean, I just think it's such a beautiful area. The river runs right through it, and it acts as a natural border between Poland and Slovakia. The national...
My goodness. Beautiful places, man. The lakes are magnificent. The sun hitting on the water in the lakes, and the forests. Man, if you don't see and feel tranquility, you don't even have to be there. I'm just looking at it through a screen, and it looks, man. I want to take it back a bit.
Natural border between Poland and Slovakia. The national park is home to many animal species such as the Eurasian lynx, which I think is like one of the coolest animals ever. One of my favorite features of the park is the three crowns. The rock feature is made up of, which I think is like one of the, and it acts as a natural border between Poland and Slovakia. The national park is home to many animal species such as the Eurasian lynx, which I think is like one of the coolest animals ever. One of my favorite features of the...
I've never heard that. That's the first time I'm hearing that. Gotta go check that up. Looks like a cat species, you know, like a cat. Yeah. Marian link. Let me go check this out again.
Animal species such as the Eurasian lynx, which I think is like one of the coolest animals ever. One of my favorite features of the park is the 3 crowns. The rock feature is made up of 5 sharp limestone peaks that create quite the sight. Now another beautiful nearby spot is the Niedica Castle. This 14th century castle is located just a few minutes away from the park. I mean, this whole area is just incredible. Now after, we're going to head over to the beautiful city of Wrocław. I mean, it's such a tricky pronunciation. Now located in western Poland, about a 3-hour drive from Krakow, Wrocław is such a charming historical place. It's home to one of the most beautiful market squares in all of Europe. It's lined with elegant townhouses and cobblestone streets. Wrocław also has one of the most beautiful cathedrals in Poland. It was originally built in 1272, but has been damaged and rebuilt several times throughout the centuries. I just love its double spires. Wrocław is just the perfect place to just walk around and explore for a day. Now for our final destination, we're going to head to Warsaw. Located on the Vistula River in east central Poland, Warsaw is the capital and largest city in the country. Warsaw began to grow in the 16th century when the capital was moved there. It was called the Paris of the North, but sadly, Warsaw was damaged extensively during World War II with over 85% of its buildings in ruins. Thankfully, today it's a bustling capital with a population of 1.8 million. One of my favorite buildings of the city is the Palace of Culture and Science at 778 feet tall. It's the 5th tallest building in the EU. The crowning feature of the city is Warsaw's Old Town. It was established during the 13th century and is full of history and medieval architecture. Like the main part of the city, the Old Town was almost completely destroyed during World War II, but it was miraculously restored and was made a World Heritage Site in 1980. When you're there, you can just explore the square and marvel at all the history that took place in this medieval old town. Well, that is it for my Poland top 10. Let me know where your favorite place is in Poland in the comments below. I also started a relaxation channel where I post hour-long films with calming music to bring some peace and nature in your life. I'll be doing a film on Poland very soon. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at shirley.films. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
That is a damn good top 10. Like, it's almost like it's almost like they should make it the official top 10, you know, places to visit, man. Wow, like it does feel like an actual top 10. My goodness. From what I watched from Poland previously, I mean, you can tell that Poland is a beautiful place, full of nature, you know, and the people are fabulous. And in this video, that it almost has like a British Empire feel in a sense to it, with like some of the medieval type of buildings. And I can see that Poland is a country that the infrastructure is really organized, like to a T, and it's also really like clean, like not just like the environment on the ground, but in terms of the natural aspect of it. Like you can see that they really are big on environmental issues and just being in tune in the environment and protecting nature. Yeah, because it's a beautiful place, man. Those lakes, wow, those animals have to be really happy to be living in those forests, because I'm telling you, it must be so awesome there. Wow, the wildlife. And the Uranus link, never heard of this animal before, but it looks like a species, cat species. Yes, so hit me up in the comments about this animal. Yes, and like, is it like how would I say, is it being protected? Is the population low? How common is this species? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. I enjoyed this, and I can't wait to actually visit Poland someday. I'm definitely gonna be checking out those top 10 places, man. I wonder how far apart are those places. I mean, yes, I see what he did on the map, but I'm talking about like in terms of driving and reaching those distances. How long are are they? You can hit me for a few places from one another that he mentioned, and just give me an idea as to if places are better to drive or to fly, and you know the distance between them on average, or just a few examples of the distance between some of the places that he mentioned there. If you want to see this long drawn out outro that I normally do, you gotta check out Dyce Reacts, where I do music reactions. Yes, I enjoyed this. So this way I'm gonna be making my exit. So until next time, peace out.